Welcome to your daily focus for May the 1st, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, truly, for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's turn to the cards and see what they reveal about the energy that surrounds us and how to use it in a positive light going forward. Look at that, the Page of Cups. Page of Cups. We are feeling spiritual, on a new mission. We're ready to learn or perhaps teach another. We stand strong in our knowledge of where we want to go, of what we want to create in our lives. Very positive, very optimistic with that card is the first one. Look at this, Two of Clubs. Or Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Two of Clubs. I don't even deal with those cards. Two of Cups. New beginnings, new starts, new relationships, new sparks within relationships. Page of Cups and the Two of Cups together, and then we have the Six of Wands for success. So what a beautiful, beautiful layout of cards we have for ourselves. Now, very much our own free will today on how we're going to use the energy around us. I do know that Venus and Saturn are having a conversation today. So I was kind of expecting a little bit more stress in relationships, but I see that we can attach ourselves to the beauty of relationships here. So, Page of Cups, let's go back to this one. Now, I love the way the artist does this card because she stands so sure of herself. She's a young energy. She's a page. And so, you know, we're standing strong here. And she doesn't even notice this giant wave coming up behind her. And if we were in that situation and we turned and we saw the wave, we'd probably lean backwards and that wave would just sweep us away. So do not go towards the dramas today. Do not create the dramas today. Do not give the dramas attention today. Stand strong for who you are, for what you believe in, and where you're going, and what you are creating, and who you are becoming. Because I do see that dramas could actually take us away here. And probably within relationships, because we have the Two of Cups as our middle card, so probably in relationships. But I mean, that could be any relationship. That could be the boss-employee, or co-workers, or partnerships, lovers, soulmates, siblings, parents, children, people in the community, people in your neighborhood. Now, this is typically a willingness to learn something new. Maybe you're signing up for some kind of educational course. Maybe you are joining a new group or club within the community where you are going to experience new things that you're not familiar with, and so you have to learn. Maybe you are becoming the teacher. And this is a strong spiritual card. So know that the veil is thin. So if you are giving up affirmations, gratitude journals, know that you are being heard. You are being heard loud and clear. And if you listen quietly, you will hear the messages come back to you. Pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping, thoughts that come to you. They could be inspirations on how you're going to fill that cup. Now we have the Two of Cups here. So this could be brand new relationships coming into your life. It's a joining of two people. They look intently at each other. So maybe this is a day when we need to focus on other people. And chances are, with the Page energy as the first card, pages are young energy, so they kind of think the world revolves around them to a point, as we all did when we were young. And this is paying attention to the other person. Especially when we may be feeling like we are the person that needs the kindness or the affection or the lending hand the most. I don't think it matters with this card here. It's reaching out to another, it's helping another, it's loving another, it's showing compassion and empathy for another. And if you do things like that today, if you pay it forward today, I think you stand stronger. I think your self-esteem rises, your confidence in yourself and who you are, what you represent rises as well. This could be new opportunities, even though we are in a full moon energy, and even in the weekly signs, the readings, whether or not you're visiting your sun, your moon, or your rising signs, I got that as well. That even though we are in a full moon energy, there was a lot about new beginnings and looking forward. There was a little bit of healing and where we needed to heal, where we needed closure in our lives, but there was still more than usual with a full moon energy of these new beginnings, these new starts, these new relationships, these new opportunities to step into. Now, in full moon energy, I wouldn't recommend it, but it may give you something to write down on a piece of paper. It might give you something to think about, to plan, to educate yourself about, to research, to gain knowledge. So when that new moon energy starts to appear, we can then get the ball rolling and going straight forward. Six of Wands is success, and it's success not necessarily through other people, although other people are rooting for us. They're cheering us on. And essentially, this card is a parade. And the reason for the parade is you, your successes. So you should feel a level of success today. You should see somewhere where you've been successful today. And that doesn't mean that you can kick your feet back and relax, because we are in full armor here. We are going to our next mission right away. We're taking a little time out. Maybe we need to take a little time out and reward ourselves and love ourselves a bit. Congratulate ourselves. Say, good job. Stand proud for yourself. Stand with a sense of pride. But the laurel there, don't rest on your laurels. It's not a time to kick back and say, I accomplished that, now I can rest for a while. And sometimes when we are gaining towards big goals, and we are in a time of completion, and that we hit that goal, we hit that completion, we want to kick back, we want to rest, we want to take a time out. And this card is saying, no, you got to keep pushing forward right now. Thinking of the next step. Let's see what our affirmation cards have to tell us about today. So I think it's beautiful energy. New opportunities could come your way. New learning experiences could come your way. Your spirituality is definitely raised. The curtain is thin, so talk to God, your angels, your spirit guides, source, the universe. And we can feel very successful by the day's end. In some area of our life, we're proud of what we've accomplished or what we're accomplishing. But that doesn't give us the opportunity to really relax. It's asking us to keep pushing forward. Stay away from the dramas, though, okay? Watch that big wave that could just wash you away. We have the Star card. I think if you add up the numerology for today, it does come to a 17, which is the Star card. So how wild is that? Inspiration. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I have experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. So once again, we're talking about new beginnings. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. So we have the sense that we're getting somewhere, or we can handle what's in front of us, and we can go with the flow, and we can create, and we can step into opportunities and new relationships and new starts. After all the changes I have experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. Because we don't really, as a species, like change all that much. So when change comes, we usually try and fight against it, to keep things the same, to keep things in the routine, so that we know what to expect, so that the unknown doesn't creep in. And sometimes it's only after years we look back and say, hey, if that didn't happen to me, I never would be here today. And I love being here today, so. But at the time, it was total chaos. It was fires all around you. It was feeling like this huge oppression, this huge wall in front of you that you couldn't bypass. After all the changes I have experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. To recognize the opportunity tied up, tangled up, entwined with what we see as chaos or things to block us is sometimes the most incredible opportunity to go forward. We just don't see it at the time. To have a faith that we're taken care of. That it's there to teach us, to give us wisdom, to open up doors that otherwise would have remained closed for us. Who turned over? The snail turned over with slow down. And that has been the theme for a couple of weeks now, hasn't it? Slow down. Take a breath. Now, I think for the full moon, we talked about doing that body scan. And what were the colors again? Was it gold and green? That we were to wash through our bodies as we washed out that tenseness. And you'll be amazed. You do a body scan, just, think of relaxing your forehead, your earlobes, your chin, your neck, your shoulders, your arms. Let the negative energy flow out your fingers and through your toes, and you will be amazed when you first start doing this actually how much tension you actually pick up throughout your day. Next time you're waiting in line at a grocery store or a convenience store or getting your coffee or wherever you're standing in line, nobody has to know you're doing a body scan, and just feel that. And you get this clarity and this sense of rejuvenation. And I'm at Sea Star, which is not the snail. Slow, quiet, and trust. Within you, there is a stillness and a sanctuary to which you can retreat at any time and be yourself. Snail reminds you to take some time to slow down. Life has been much too chaotic for you, and there is concern for your health if you do not take time for yourself. You may want to take a vacation in order to get away from the world and regain a sense of yourself. Nothing filled with activities, but instead a vacation that will be able to replenish your soul. And I think a couple of signs even got the, I think it was the Four of Swords as their first card to say, unplug, rejuvenate. Splurge on a massage, take a yoga class, practice slowing down, and your body, mind, and spirit will gift you with the balance that you sorely need right now. You've lost the ability to trust and have built a shell around you. Slow down, quiet your emotions, rest. Remember that trust and mistrust takes time. and so does the restoration of it. Don't stay too long without talking it through with a confidant. A retreat might be just what you need. Lock yourself in the bathroom, start a bubble bath, light some lightly scented candles, grab your favorite book, and slow down. I do hope your favorite book is maybe your gratitude journal, or maybe what you were affirming to the world, to God, your angels, your spirit guides. I really don't want you to grab your favorite book, the latest fiction, because then you are losing yourself in somebody else's fantasy, except really using that time wisely to imagine your path forward. Because, as our mouse says, to be idle sometimes, to rest sometimes, is by no means a waste of time. To go to your happy place. And if that's in your mind, then so be it. Imagine yourself standing on a mountaintop with the breeze blowing through your hair. Imagine yourself walking next to the ocean or through a forest. Or maybe it's a little quiet cottage, or maybe it's this grand fireplace you sit in front of. Maybe it's a palm tree that you sit underneath. Maybe you're just following streams through these long grasses and fields for miles and miles. And imagine where you are going, what you want to create, what you want to manifest. So start believing that you are going in the right direction, even if you feel like you're going in reverse. Start to look for those opportunities today, for new opportunities to come your way, whether it's work, career, relationships, a trip. And know that you have the support of other people with the Six of Wands. And yes, I said it, but the Six of Wands, you can take a small time out, enjoy yourself, have the celebration for you, but then it's back to work. So yes, unplug, rejuvenate, strengthen yourself. Know that you got yourself to here, and get ready for the wonderful ride ahead. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.